Stock Market Maniac here, and in today's video, boy, do I have some piping hot ass tea for you today. So let's get to it. So today, AT&T, HBO Max, announced that they will be streaming their movies for 2021, and along with when it's released during at the movie theaters at the same time. So if you don't want to go to the movie theaters and you still want to watch Wonder Woman, guess what? You could watch it on HBO Max. So let's just get to the article here. Article is by Engine. So Dune, The Matrix for Mortal Kombat coming to HBO Max along with the entire WB 2021 slate. So the article reads, Warner Brothers announced an industry-shaking approach to distributing its films in 2021, revealing that it will be making all 17 of its theatrical release movies that later that year available concurrently for a 1-month exclusive window for HBO Max. That means United States-based consumers will be able to watch highly anticipated release including Dune, The Matrix 4, The Suicide Squad, Mortal Kombat, and more at the same time of HBO Max as they would be able to see them release in theaters. Now here's the important part. Most importantly, watching the movies will require no extra cost to HBO Max subscribers. And the article goes on and on. So HBO has decided to break with the movie theaters pretty much and say, you know what? Since nobody's because of COVID, nobody can go to the movie theater. Let's stream all our movies here. And this is as the article says, it is an impressive move for a hybrid theatrical and streaming model, like both of them going at the same time. So you could there be released on release date at the movie theaters, but also you could watch them on the HBO Max app. Now, here's the thing about HBO Max that has, in my opinion, I still think movie theaters are still going to be, they're still going to be around. But I think it's a little scary for the movie theaters because it might be all at home theaters, So, oh man, So if we see, okay, so when the news dropped, AT&T stock went up, just by 8 cents, nothing too crazy. However, if we look over here, AMC theaters dropped 16%, IMAX dropped 7%, and Cinemark dropped 18%. So they are just being slammed. The three movie theater stocks are being slammed today, and this is a significant step. This is a significant step in the streaming wars, and I just don't know. Here's the thing: HBO Max, their app is not available on the Roku device and on the Amazon Fire Stick. It is, however, available on the Chromecast and the Apple TV and iOS devices. So, personally, I have a Roku, and even if I want to see these movies, I still can't watch them. I still have to go to the movie theater to go see them, or when it's released on VOD. So, it's a catch-22. So, unless HBO Max is available for the Roku and Amazon Fire, which most people have on, as their streaming device, it's not. This might work for at least 1 year. However, business model wise, I don't think this is going to be substantial for them. These movies, these are big budgeted movies, like in the millions of dollars. It costs a lot of money to make these big budgeted films, and this might work for about maybe a year or so. But how are they going to make money? They're going to lose a lot of money. This won't be very profitable for HBO or, AT&T. So I don't think that this will end movie theaters necessarily, but it certainly puts an axe to them a little bit. You know, the knife goes in a little bit deeper for the movie theaters. I don't think this business model has enough legs to stand on for it to last this long. Business model wise, I don't think, you know, these you know, the Matrix, you know, Mortal Kombat, the Suicide Squad. Let's see, what are some other theaters movies? The Conjuring. You know, these movies, they're gonna end up losing potentially millions of dollars because if everyone's on the streaming and they only pay so much a month, they're not going to make their billion-dollar movies, because typically what would happen is the movie studios would distribute the films to the theaters, and they would make their profit, their box office hits, and then in about 3 months it would be released on DVD or so, or VOD or streaming. So potentially the movie theaters, I mean the movie studios, would double dip basically and collect double profits. But now, if my fear is, if this is all going to be all primarily on streaming and no one's charging, how are these movie studios and these companies going to make money? On the other side too, I don't think this is not going to make AT&T very profitable. But even though it is, I don't mind that it's free, and I'm a consumer, and I'm gonna watch these movies. But oh no, wait, I can't because I don't have it. I don't. HBO Max is not available on the Roku, so it's just, I don't know. It's movie theaters are. I don't think they're going to go out of business completely, but I could see it heading towards more streaming and not having much use for them. Because, whenever I would go to the movies, I would, go see a film, maybe afterwards go eat at a restaurant, and then maybe do a little bit of shopping. But now, it's just this, we're turning into it. This is very, the streaming services have been very disruptive to the movie theaters. And I think that I think there's going to be some significant changes in how we view, first release movies. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think movie theaters are doomed, or do you think the streaming service is going to be kind of like for a couple years and then it'll revert back to watching new release movies in the movie theaters? If you don't have a Robinhood account, you can use the link down below where we, if you sign up, we both get 1 free stock. I'll see you guys in the next video.